Okay, let's see. As soon as we go live, let's see if I can get that toolbox up there that I wanted to get.
The what?
Toolbox. So that way it tells me how many people are online, if we have anyone at any given moment.
You were going to probably watch it after, too.
Can't.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, it says excellent connection. Guess we should get moving here. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in on YouTube to the to our WIAA state football predictions. At Peck, Elijah Vangsoulatda from MaxPreps.com. We got a lot of Division 1 through 7 to get to today. We have a lot to go. I guess a lot to go over. I mean, stuff starts tomorrow. Starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow, you got Edgar versus Blackhawk Warren, Stratford versus Darlington at 1 p.m., Wrightstown versus Aquinas at 4 p.m., 7 p.m., Luxembourg Casco versus Lodi. On Friday, we will have 10 a.m. Rice Lake versus Grafton, 1 p.m. Wanakee versus Badger, and 4 p.m. Marquette versus Franklin. So some good games there. We got some good score predictions. Not predicting really any blowout so far, which is good because who wants a state tournament game with a blowout?
Yeah, both teams play to get there, and I expect both teams to play it, or all the teams, not just both teams.
14 teams, yeah.
14 teams play hard.
I mean, you played all year to not play hard at all in the state championship. I mean, I hate to see a team who played hard all year and say they went 13-0 and they don't win and they lose by 25 or 30 points state championship. It's just a horrible feeling.
That's going to be the Badger Wanakee game. Battle two undefeated.
Yeah, right there. That's a good example. All right, let's get into it. So now we're going to start off with Edgar versus Blackhawk Warren. Edgar is 12-1. Blackhawk Warren is 12-1. I am going to take Edgar 24-13. I like the defense they put out all year, but they outscored opponents, yeah. But they also, their defense have shut everyone down. I mean, they allowed 0 points for like 6 or 7 weeks in a row. I mean, it was just insane for the moment of just saying, like, you know. And then when the one game they did allow some points, they allowed, I think, 21 points in the playoffs. They scored 54. I mean, their offense, when their defense had a down game, their offense came in.
Yeah, you pretty much just took everything I said right there. I mean, Edgar, they got some pretty good defense. Like you said, 7, 8 shutouts on the year, and their offense knows how to power through. The D7 favorites here, they're looking to win this one. They won it a couple years back, and they're looking to win it again now. And Edgar, I think they're going to win 24-10 and get their state championship this year after a well-deserved season.
It's kind of funny because I just saw him in the state baseball tournament when I was up there in Appleton.
We got a good program right now.
Yeah, they got a good athletic program going on there at Edgar High School. I was talking with him. It was the day of the rain delay. We were talking in the nice sports memorabilia store with some Edgar fans. All right, Stratford versus Darlington. Kind of getting to the teams that I'm not the best notified about. I'm going to take Stratford 31-24. They seem like they've had a crazy year, for my opinion, because they were 12-1. I forget who they lost to early in the year. See, I don't cover this neck of the woods that well. So they're 12-1. They're going against another 12-1. So it means both teams are powerhouses. If you get to it's level 5 now, which otherwise known as the state championship, you got to have a good team. You got to be probably pretty close to injury-free because of the fact that you just got to be playing good football this time of year. You could even go 5-4 throughout the season and still get this state championship. You just make the playoffs and you get hot. That's how it works.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you're right. You can't lose any of those guys. But I think this game's gonna be a shootout, like you said. Both teams deserve to be here. I don't think really any of these games are gonna be blowouts. So I think Stratford's gonna win this one, 34-28.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them 31-24. The Tigers win 31-24 over Darlington. I think that's a reasonable prediction. All right. I don't know what happened to the formatting here. Thank Google for that. Luxembourg Casco versus Lodi. I like what Luxembourg Casco put out against Catholic Memorial last week.
Oh, you skipped D5.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, D5.
You're already on it. You're already on it. So
okay. Jeez. Anyways, Division 5 I meant to go to. Taking Aquinas. I like Aquinas' chances. They seem like they have a lot of experience. I remember seeing them a few years back in the state championship. I'm not sure if they were there last year and lost. I can't remember. I know they've been near the state championship quite a few times. for the most part. This is kind of get outside my coverage area. I'm trying to predict bestly as I can. But from what I've heard about Aquinas is they got a great program up there. And Wrightstown does too, rightfully so. But I'm going to take Aquinas 27-24 over Wrightstown in the Division V state championship game.
You know, I did my research this week on WIAA Sports about some stats over the season. Wrightstown, they're a really big run team. They average a little over 235 rushing yards per game. But I think that Aquinas' defense is going to be able to overpower that Wrightstown offense, as Aquinas has a good amount of shutouts this year too. So I'm going to go Aquinas 20-14 in this one. It's like I said again, it's going to be a lot of close games. Expect this pattern to be in our predictions today.
Yeah, I mean,
Sir, Jonathan, check it in.
Yeah, so all right, Division 4. Now it's Division 4. I skipped over Division 5 earlier. So Luxembourg Casco versus Lodi. Going back to what I was saying when I skipped it before, I like what Luxembourg Casco put out last week against Catholic Memorial, just for the fact that they just went out and took the upside down. After Catholic Memorial started getting rolling, everyone had them going back to the state championship. And what they did was just phenomenal. They kicked the game-winning field goal and beat Catholic Memorial. And it was just like, I think they're going to keep rolling. I think they're going to get a little bit of momentum going to the state championship game. They're going to take it 17-13 in a close one over Lodi, who's 13-0. I think Lodi might lose their first game this year.
Well, I think you're wrong. I mean, I think I'm going to go Lodi here, 28-17, because obviously Luxembourg Casco, they had a really impressive win last week against Catholic Memorial. Hit a game-winning field goal with 2 seconds left. But Lodi, they just been good all year, undefeated. They know how to play football. I mean, they've got a pretty great franchise and program. I think they're going to win another state championship this year because of that.
All right, scrolling down. Lansdowne was here. I would say it's his Rice Lake.
His Rice Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 a.m. Division 3, Rice Lake takes on Grafton. I'm going to take Rice Lake 21-17 in a close one. When I talked with Grafton's coach Sunday night about this game on the WIAA media conference, he basically told me, I asked him about the statement win over Port Washington to get this far. Port Washington was probably the biggest team that they played. They lost to Port Washington earlier in the year, I think 35-7. They beat them back in the playoffs by 1 point. He said it was just a phenomenal win and phenomenal team effort when I asked him about that on Sunday night. And I like Grafton's chances. They're going to keep it close in the state championship, but I think the way Rice Lake has had this year, I think they're going to take it. Grafton, I think one team I know Grafton fell to was Greenfield this year. I can't remember. Greenfield
29-28.
Yeah, they fell to Greenfield and Port Washington. That's right. I just said Port Washington too, and I forgot about it. Okay, so
yeah, Rice Lake. I also think they're going to win. Lance Allen, I think you'll be a happy man after the Division 3 game, hopefully for you. But I think this game is going to be a really big shootout. Me and you, this is going to be our first game in attendance at the state championships on Friday. We'll be hopefully watching a great contested game. That's why I think this one's going to be 42-35. Hopefully we can enjoy that one at Camp Randall on Friday. Hopefully the only game we're going to be just watching and no broadcast, so that should be an entertaining one.
Hopefully it stays warm, like they said.
They said 43 now, the high.
You
didn't have to bring the coats out.
You didn't have to tell me that, did you?
No.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow, we're different on this one. Anyways, not a shocker, but 1 p.m. Division 2, Waunakee versus Badger, both 13-0. The reason why I picked Waunakee is just, Badger's got a really good coach in Matt Hensler. Glad you're doing better, Matt, as well. I just like Waunakee's chances because Pat Rice has had so much experience in the past. He's in the top 50 most winningest coaches in the nation. I just like he's been in this situation before. Waunakee and Badger do not know each other well. I mean, it's going to be interesting, though, because although Waunakee can't handle that wishbone offense that Badger runs, it could be interesting, I think. And so I think Waunakee wins by a touchdown. I think it's going to be one of those touchdowns that comes very late in the game. It's going to stay 21-21. I think these guys are going to play extremely close. Just the year Badgers had, though, going from they really didn't play a close game this year if you look at their schedule, other than Elkhorn. They beat them by 10 points. That was the only close game they had all year.
You know, the game that really impressed me the most about Badger this year was one of their, round 2 or 3 when they beat Kettle Moraine? Round 3 when they beat Kettle Moraine. That was the most impressive win, in my opinion. 28-7, the final of that game. Yeah. Badger, I think they're going to win this game. Obviously, you say Waunakee, but I think Badger's going to win this one on a game-winning field goal. And I say that because Badger, in my opinion, they got the best running offense in the state. JP Doyle is actually their leading rusher, the quarterback and defensive back. He's like their MVP. He could do all around. They could get big moments like with picks, force tackles for losses on the defensive end, and then he's their leading rusher on the offensive end. So I think he's going to be able to lead Badger to their first ever state championship this Friday.
All right. No more comments. Let's scroll down. Division I we come to now. I don't think you can bet against Franklin right now. Just the way they've been playing is just phenomenal. 13-0, just the season they had. I mean, coming out of the SEC, I mean, other than Racine Case, they beat everyone really good. Racine Case was 23-20, was actually close in the fourth quarter too. That was really the only close game Franklin played all year. They blew out Oak Creek twice. They blew out Muskego. They beat Bradford 2 weeks in a row.
They beat Sussex Hamilton in the big shutout blowout. 35-0.
Dominic Walters had 3 interceptions or 2?
3 interceptions against Sussex Hamilton and 1 against Muskego. So he's been their MVP on the defensive end, I guess we could say that. And don't even be surprised if we see you on this Friday for the cherry on top this week. So I'm going Franklin 35-20 this week. Marquette, they've had a pretty good defense all year.
They have.
They've held teams on their own this year. Like 6-7 shutouts this year.
It's funny because they went several shutouts in a row. They played Sussex Hamilton, gave up 52, I think, and then they went 3 more shutouts in a row after that.
Yeah, the game right after, they won 73-0. I mean, Marquette, I'm not going to rule them out. Still. I mean,
you can't rule Marquette out either, but
crazy things can happen.
Yeah. I mean, when I was talking, I forgot to mention what Badgers coach told me anyways, but when I was talking to Lewis Brown Sunday night at the WIAA media conference, he kind of used the quote-unquote, Joey Calais was baptized last year.
Yeah.
So basically saying he replaced the injured Boston Halloran and got some reps in and was able to kind of make himself better going into this year. And that's kind of like how he got his confidence in, and that's why I think he's a really dominant quarterback this year. And he has another year ahead of himself, which makes it even – but Franklin loses a lot of kids on that team, though, too, but I still think they might have a chance.
Lewis Brown really does a great job of keeping that football program up top of WIAA State football. They're just like one of the dynasties, like what you said. I mean, Lewis Brown, he's probably going to be in the WFCA, or if he is already in the Coaches Hall of Fame. He'll win hopefully he can win his second state champion, second or third this year, one of them.
I think it's second. Third, the other one they won in 2006, I believe, was won by someone else. So this would be a second. But he's been there, I think, 4 times. So,
but to be able to do it the second time already in this new decade is just spectacular. And off of a bad year, I think what helped them the most was Joey Calais getting experience from Halloran. It's almost like I don't want to say it like in a bad way, but like a thanks to Halloran getting hurt, because it gave Calais a lot of time to develop and bring this team to the state championship game with a lot of experienced guys. Like you got Terrence Shelton, Jocks Brooks.
Oh yeah, Terrence
all
Shelton.
Those guys have
ripped monster back there.
I mean, those guys even got minutes in that state championship game when they had Miles Burkitt in 2021. Now these guys get a chance for that second ring.
Yeah, I mean, I could even show up there in March if I wanted to. I live 5 minutes away and watch them put their rings on.
Yeah,
I mean, if they win, obviously, I mean,
Marquette's still a good team. I mean,
they are a good
Tommy
team.
Novotny too on the offensive end, the running back. I mean, this might be a close game still. I won't rule that out.
I really hope for everyone's sake. I love state championship games. They're close. They come down the wire because as me as a broadcaster, I'm not really that nervous. But like I like to watch the people in the audience nervous. Like when I was at, for example, Muskego versus Mukwonago in 2022, you see everyone that's nervous, like, oh, what's going to happen here?
Even in the press box, the coaches or stats guys got into it. I won't disclose what they say, but like that's just how much they get into it. That's how much they love the game.
If you watch our previous broadcasts in the past, you'd probably be able to hear some of their.
Even last week we had a moment too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. So our upcoming broadcasts this week are Wanakee versus Badger at 1 p.m. on Friday, and Marquette versus Franklin at 4 p.m. on Friday. We got both teams covered in our coverage areas.
Our coverages will be Badger and Franklin, just to state that now.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's 11:10 in the morning. I understand a lot of you couldn't jump on, but
we'll be on. Well, actually,
be on.
We won't be on this early on Friday. We'll be in attendance this early on Friday though for the games.
I'll probably be working on my other stuff, my work stuff in the press box, because it still is a Friday, and some of us
some school stuff maybe.
School. who likes school.
No.
Anyways, if you're watching this during school, shame on you, especially if you're in a class. You can watch it playback. If you're a teacher showing this, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Pastor Jonathan. You know us while being at work.
Yeah, you should have played it over the church loudspeakers.
Yeah.
So, oh, nice background there. I wonder who put that up there. Anyways, nice job. Thanks to the UW Parkside
For letting us use this room to do our show.
So,
can't wait to see you guys on Friday afternoon, though.
Yep. So, anyways, have a great day, everybody, and have fun at the state championship. Stay safe. You know, if your team wins, don't go too crazy. Save it for when you get back into town. Have a good day.